The difference between a nice straight seam like this and a curvy crooked seam like this does more than just show up on the back. It also shows up on the front. This is the nice straight smooth seam, and the crooked seam is all lumpy and bumpy and doesn't lay nice and straight. And I know you want these seams on your garments or in your projects, not seams like this. And the very first thing most new sewers do is to look for something to buy, a tool to help them sew straight. And these tools usually come in the form of guides like this that you can stick on your machine to help guide the edge of your fabric, or special feet like this that have a little guide right as part of the foot, also designed to help guide your fabric in the right spot. But even with both these guides on my machine, I can still sew a crooked seam, because the guides are just that. They're guides. They're like rumble strips on the highway. You can hear them and still go right off into the guardrail. You need to actually be able to sew in a straight line before those guides help you do what they're designed to do, which is to maintain a consistent seam allowance. So how do you learn to sew in a straight line? Well, it's very similar to learning how to drive a car in a straight line. I have 3 tips. When you're driving a car, you don't look right at the end of the hood, right? You look way down the road. And that's both to give you something ahead to look at, so make it easier to drive in a straight line, and also so that you see what's coming up ahead so that you can make small adjustments instead of abrupt adjustments. Looking at the needle while you're sewing is just like looking at the hood of your car when you're driving. By the time the fabric gets up to your needle, it's already making a stitch, so it's too late to make any changes. So we need to change our focus from the needle to out in front of the needle, which is way out here towards you. But the seam allowance guides that you're probably following are way up here by the needle. So we need to find a way to just extend them down here. And this is so much cheaper and easier than buying one of those seam allowance gadgets. You just need a piece of washi or masking tape, a tape that's not too sticky so it doesn't leave a residue on your machine. It helps to use a ruler like this. Line your ruler up with the seam allowance guide that you want. And you can even gently put your foot down on it to hold it in place. And then just put your washi tape right along the ruler. And then you've extended this line from way up near the needle, way down the road, so you'll be able to make adjustments well before you get to the needle. Now let's talk about making those adjustments. A new driver grips the steering wheel really hard. And even when they're going down a straight road, you'll see them making lots of little adjustments, right? That they don't need to do because they're driving straight, and they could just have a loose grip on the wheel because the car generally goes in a straight line by itself. And a sewing machine also generally goes in a straight line all by itself. You don't need to do a lot of steering back here. You're lining your fabric up back here. You don't need to do a lot of steering to keep it on this line. In fact, if you do a lot of unnecessary pulling and tugging, you can actually break your needle, or worse, send your needle down into the machine in the wrong place and have it hit something it's not supposed to. You just need to use a very light touch to guide your fabric. Most of the time, the machine is going to go in a straight line all by itself. If it's not going in a straight line, you'll want to consider how these feed dogs work. These feed dogs are what pull the fabric through the machine. They go down, and then they move forward and come up, and then they move back and down. So they go around and around, and when they're up, they're moving this way and pulling the fabric through. They need 2 things to work well. They need the fabric to be over both of them. So if you're sewing with your fabric over just one feed dog, that could affect the ability of the machine to go straight. And they also just have little teeth, so they can't pull very hard. So if your fabric is hanging off the edge of your machine, you'll need to lift it up just slightly so that the fabric can flow smoothly through the feed dogs. But if you do those two things, your fabric should move straight through without a lot of adjustments. And next, there are a lot of sped up sewing videos out there. I can guarantee you, no one is really sewing that fast, especially in a straight line. It's okay to take your time and enjoy yourself. No one is going to honk at you for sewing slowly, right? It's okay to stop in the middle of a seam, take a deep breath, and let it out and smile. If you're worried about stopping in the middle of a seam because you've had this sort of thing happen in seams before, then you'll want to make sure that you put your needle down when you stop. If I'm sewing along like this, and I need to take a break in sewing, either because I need to adjust my fabric down here to keep it so it's nice and light so it flows smoothly, or I just need to stop and take a break, you want to put your needle down. You can use your hand wheel like this and just put it down in the fabric. This prevents these things like this. Those three things will help you sew in a straight line. Just look further down the road, don't oversteer, and take your time. Once you're sewing in a straight line consistently, then if you want to use one of those seam guides because you feel like it will help you get more consistent seams so you can make points match in your quilt, then do that. But you need to sew in a straight line first. Check out my links for more beginner tips on using your machine and learning how to quilt. And if this video is helpful, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Have fun sewing!